It's my fan. Hello, everyone. This is Doc from the USSSA Sports Network. Thanks for joining us here for game number 3 today of pool play in the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT here in Destin, Florida at the Morgan Sports Center. Glad to have you aboard. Now, the home team is determined at the plate at the coin flip, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now. And we will, that may change. So what you're seeing is the Canes currently home, but that may switch to Diamond Athletics, just depending on how the coin toss goes at the plate. During bracket play, which we'll cover tomorrow too, those will be set. The home teams will be set for that based on seeding from pool play Saturday. Want to thank USSSA for putting on the tournament and tournament director Matt Grant for his tireless efforts to make sure that this got off without a hitch and the smooth transactions that's taking place today on the field and with some really great games. So let's see I can't tell yet who's in the field and not. So I'll let you know in a minute, and then I got to make the quick switch on the scoreboard. I want to thank new subscriber Lori Manning for joining the team here. Really appreciate it. Helps our channel grow to enhance our capabilities for you, the fans, and the players. So 1 second, we'll be right back. All right, so back real quick. Sorry about the muting, but the scoreboard is set. It is correct. The Canes are the home team, which is great. And I was just saying I need, like the first game, I need to go play the lottery tonight. Feeling lucky. All right, so with that, we'll take just a quick break as we're waiting on the teams to enter the field and warm-ups. And this is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. No, yeah. I've been doing broadcasting for about 6 years. For me, this is a passion. It's a lot of fun.
The only drawback to this is like getting it all.
Better to watch it on the YouTube site or Facebook site?
It's the same either way.
So do I hit that YouTube channel?
Yeah, that'll take you there too. For sure. Not, just go to YouTube.
Okay.
And on like what you have to use your web browser.
A web browser to do it?
Mm-hmm. Like oh, actually, Safari.
Safari working. They go to YouTube.
And then, yeah, just go to YouTube.com. And then search. Just type in USS.
3 S's, correct?
Space. And then sports. And then space. And Make sure you subscribe, though.
Okay.
All right.
He gets paid for that. I have
No, well, I'm going to try to do is eventually get enough subscribers we can start monetizing. And then that helps you get better equipment and enhance experience for everybody. All right, so we're back. As you heard, I was helping another viewer with sharing the love of the channel. So just so glad to have everybody aboard. Thank you for joining the USSSA Sports Network. So we get things underway here. I'll go through the lineup here in a moment. Here we go. First pitch, and that's ball one. On the mound is Connor. Behind the plate is Beck for the Canes, as the Canes are home team. Diamond Athletics Rush is leading things off, and he's got ball one on him and strike one. So now it's 1-1 as things are underway here in the top of the first inning in the third game of pool play today. 12U. Well, we'll do one more 12U game, then we'll switch over to 10U a little bit later this afternoon. There's a ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. Not in time. And an infield single. Nice hustle by Rush. And the Diamond Athletics are in business. That brings in Kinsey. Braxton will follow Kinsey. And then it'll be Elijah, Grady, John, Clay, Jacob, Dalton, Jade, Max, and Nolan. There's the first pitch from Connor to Kinsey. Rush has a big lead at first base. Let's see if Connor goes to first. Nope, goes home. Ball just a little low. That's a 1-0 count. Again on the mound for the Canes is Connor, and behind the plate is Beck. Canes coach calls timeout to go talk to his pitcher-catcher. And as you can see, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, we are at the end of the runway. So if you ever want to know where we are on the map, just look on the end of the runway on the map in Destin, and that's where you'll find us. We are on the Amberjack Field in the Quadplex here at the Morgan Sports Center. Beautiful day for baseball. Not really that hot as compared to what we've seen in Clearwater, which is very, very humid. We're close to the beach here, but it's a really nice day. All right, Rush has his lead. Here's the pitch home, called strike. And it's a 1-1 count to Kinsey. Connor goes to first, check Rush. Rush is back. So Rush legged out an infield single. And there goes Rush. Ball inside. Throw down. Not in time. So it's a 2-1 count to Kinsey. Rush is on second base. We got 3 more games today. I'm just giving everyone a heads up. The 10U game may be a little delayed in terms of the broadcast just because we have to move fields. There's a pop fly on the infield. Shortstop comes over, makes the catch. And that's 1 out. That'll bring in Braxton. With 1 down. Pop foul out of play behind us. And it's an 0-1 count to Braxton. 1 down, 1 on right now. That's Rush at second base. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. So we are covering the two games for the Diamond Athletics. There goes Russ. There's the line shot to center field. Russ was on the move. He's going to score and give Diamond Athletics a quick lead here in the top of the first. 1-0. So nice RBI single by Braxton. That brings in Elijah. There goes Braxton. Throw down. Not in time. I think that was a ball. We'll get that confirmed in a minute, though, on the counts. It's a fly ball in deep right field, actually shallow right field. Nice. Oh, goes over the right fielder's head. I think the sun got in his eyes. And the center fielder quickly backs it up, gets it into second as Elijah goes into second base. That puts Braxton on third, Elijah on second. That brings in Grady. John on deck. Elijah at second, Braxton at third. So line shot in the left field. That's going to get down for a hit. And that's going to score one. Here comes the throw home. That scores two. And Diamond Athletics are out ahead 3-0. On the 2 RBI single by Grady, he went to second on the throw. That brings in John. On deck is Clay. Ball outside. It's 1-0. And the pitch. Ball 2. So the Diamond Athletics jump out quick with their bats and speed, giving them a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. It's a pop fly on the infield. Pitcher's under it. Makes the catch. And that is 2 outs. So 2 down. Grady still at second base. That brings in Clay. On deck is Jacob. And the pitch. It's a ground ball, second base, fielded off of his glove, and another run is going to score on the ground ball to second. We'll have to charge an error to the second baseman, so Clay's on. It's a 4-0 lead right now for Diamond Athletics. Called strike, throw down to second to try to get Clay. He's in there. Jacob's at the plate. Strike one on him. Two down. And the pitch. Ball inside. 1-1. And 1-1 pitch. Bump foul. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 runs across here in the top of the first for Diamond Athletics. The next game will feature Diamond Athletics against WFPA. Ball in the dirt. There's a throw to third. Off of his glove. And Clay, it's a 2-2 count. Clay is in at third base. So 2-2 on Jacob. Get on deck is Dalton. Foul tip in the glove. And that is strike 3, and that's the inning. All right, so 4 runs on 3 hits. 4 hits. 1 error and 1 left. At the end of a half inning, it is Diamond Athletics 4, Canes coming to bat. Coming up for the Canes, let's go through their batting order. It's going to be Carter, Levi, and Beck leading things off. Then followed by Nolan, Brooke, Nash, Brady, Connor, JC, Max, and Maddox. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a couple moments. All right, folks, we're back to live action here in the bottom of the first inning. Called strike to start things off here. Jacob's on the mound. Kenzie's behind the plate for Diamond Athletics. Carter's leading things off, and he's down 0-1. There's a ground ball to short, fielded cleanly over to first, and that is 1 away. Called strike. That's a 0-1 count. Jacob delivers to Kenzie. Ball high. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a ground ball to first, fielded cleanly, and that's 2 away. So 2 down. That'll bring in Beck. Nolan on deck. That was Levi that just grounded out. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Just underway here in the bottom of the first inning between the Canes and Diamond Athletics. There's a ground ball. Pitcher fields it cleanly over to first. And that's 3 down. So 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 1, it's Diamond Athletics 4, Canes 0. Coming up for the Canes, the Diamond Athletics is going to be Dalton, Jude, and Max. And my apologies if I said the name Jude wrong earlier, but it is Jude. All right, so folks, we'll be back in just a moment. But first, before we go, I want to thank USSSA for putting on the tournament, the tireless efforts of Matt Grant, tournament director, and the game broadcasted by USSSA Sports Network. And with that, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. Connor's still on the mound. That was Beck that made the last out, so that's why it's a little bit of delay. Beck's coming out now. And so Connor remains. Beck is also out there. I was also told by the Diamond Athletics coach that the pitchers may change during the game, which would be fully expected. There's a throw down by Beck, and get this thing underway. So this is game 3 of our 6-game coverage today, with the final game starting around roughly about 10 till 6. That'd be 10U action. And the pitch. Pop foul right by here back behind us here. And bounces into the picnic tables. 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. And it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Ball 1. So 1-2 count. We're here in the top of the second inning, just getting underway. Dalton is at the plate. Jude is on deck. Max will be the 3rd batter this inning. And it's 2-2. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, as Dalton has worked it back from an 0-2 count. And the 0-2 pitch. Ball 4. So Dalton's on with the leadoff walk here in the second inning. That brings in Jude. Max is on deck. There goes Dalton. Throw down. Nice throw by Beck. Dalton is safe. It's ball 1 to Jude. And the pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Just stops over the shortstop's glove. That's going to move Dalton to third. And Jude's on with a single. So nobody out. Runners on first and third. Max is at the plate. Nolan's on deck. If I was a betting man, which I would take that bet right out, Jude's going to take off. Maybe not this pitch, but definitely the next one. Called strike. And there he goes. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. Top of the second inning. And the pitch. And that hits him. So that's going to load the bases.
Thank you for all you did today.
Absolutely, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, our fans are thrilled. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So bases loaded. That brings in Nolan. On deck is Rush. So back to the top of the order. And the pitch. That's a little bit up. Ball 1. So Connor has nowhere to put Nolan. And the pitch. Ball 2. There's the 2-0 pitch. It's a line shot to center field. Center field snags it. What a catch. Here's a play home. And he's safe. All right, so that's 1 out. Nolan line shot. He did get an RBI. That was Dalton that scored, so Jude holds at second and Max at first. That brings in Rush. Rush singled and scored his first time up. There's a fly ball in the center field. Center fielder's coming in. Makes the catch, but that's going to allow Jude to go to third. And it's 2 down. Max holds it first. That brings in Kinsey. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. That allows Max to go to second base. It's a line shot to shortstop. It can't handle it. It goes into left field. It was a hard shot. That's going to score 1. Here comes the throw home. That scores 2, and Kinsey goes into second base with a 2 RBI single. And she goes to second on the throw. And that extends the lead, 7-0.
Missed the plate a couple plays ago?
I didn't.
Ran around.
I did.
It was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at the plate.
Yeah, I wasn't either, so that's why I didn't see. Yeah.
And the ref was looking at the ball, and so like he could have missed it, and no one would have known.
True.
Thinking, like, I wondered if you knew.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So Braxton grounds out to shortstop, and that ends the inning. However, Diamond Athletics pick up 3 on 2 hits. A big hit by Kinsey.
Sorry, I distracted.
No, you're good. No errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1.5, it's Diamond Athletics 7, Canes 0. Coming up for the Canes is going to be Nolan, Brooke, and Nash. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. Catching change. John's behind the plate now. Jacob's still on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Nolan. Ball outside. And we're underway here in the bottom of the second inning. There's a pop foul down the third base line. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. Oh, excuse me, that's not John. That is 33. Foul ball. So my apologies for miscatching that one. It's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oops. It's going to be Elijah behind the plate. Here's the 2-2. That was close. That one started breaking in. Just stayed inside a little bit. And it's full count. There's a fly ball in the left field. Left fielder makes the catch. And that is one away. So one down. That brings in Brooke. Nash is on deck. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Kane's bats in this one's been pretty quiet so far. They put the bat on the ball just right at somebody. There's a line shot to third. Nice catch. I think that was Braxton that made that catch. On his knees down there. It's a nice play. Two down. And brings in Nash. Brady on deck. Ball one to Nash. And the pitch. Ball high. 2-0. There's the 2-0 pitch. It's a ground ball to second. Second baseman charges in, fields it cleanly over to first, and that is 3 down. So 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 2, it's the Canes 0, Diamond Athletics 7. Coming up in the top of the third is going to be Elijah. He doubled and scored his first time up. Grady, a single, drove in 2 RBIs and scored. And John. This is Doc with USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, folks, we're back to live action here. Elijah steps in. Beck's still behind the plate. I believe that's Connor still on the mound. It is. For the Canes. Ball high. Pop fly, shallow right. Second baseman's under it. Off of his glove. And Elijah's on. So we'll charge an error to the second baseman on that one. There goes Elijah. And he's going to be in there. Called strike on Grady. John's on deck. Well, that ball gets away. On the overthrows, a bunch of overthrows. And it's now 8-0. Wow. That quickly. And the Canes find themselves in a hole. And the pitch. Ball outside. 1-1. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. 1 run in so far this inning. Athletics have put up at least 1 run every single inning. The ball's a little low. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That's ball 4. And that's going to put Grady on. Brings in John. Clay on deck. Called strike. Foul ball, and that makes it 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to John. Again, Clay on deck. Grady at second. There's a fly ball into right field. That's getting down for a hit. That's going to move Grady to third. And John's on with a single to keep the inning going. That'll bring in Clay. Jacob on deck. Still nobody out. Called strike as John takes second base. So no one count on Clay. John at second, Grady at third. Ball inside. It's a base hit in the center field. I didn't see where that one went. That's going to score 2. And 2 RBI single. Sorry about that, folks. There was some stuff going on around me, so I was a little distracted. But a 2 RBI single by Clay. And that brings in Jacob. Ball inside. Throw down to second as Clay steals second. And he is safe. So 1-0 count. Clay's at second. Jacob at the plate with a 1-0 count. On deck is Dalton. Bunt down to third base line. Nice bunt. Throw it to first. Not in time. Thrown away. That's going to score Clay. And Jacob will go to second base on the throw. So that will stay the same. 2 runs come in. Pop foul out of play. That's an 0-1 count to, or 1-1 count to Dalton, excuse me. Sorry, no balls. So no balls, 1 strike. Jacob at second. Foul ball. And it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. No outs still. And now the count is 1-2. So right now, Diamond Athletics setting on an 11-0 lead here in the top of the third. And counts 2-2. There goes Jacob, and he'll go into third easily. Ball 3, so it's a full count now. Jacob gets his lead at third. Connor comes set, delivers. Fly ball, center field. Center fielder makes the catch. And that'll score another run. And now it is 12-0. And 1 down now. As Dalton, call it a sacrifice. That'll bring in Jude. Jude singled and scored his last time up. So ground ball back up the middle, knocked down by Connor. And it's going to be too late to get Jude. So we'll give him an infield single and that hard shot. That brings in Max. Max walked and scored his first time up. He was actually hit by pitch. On deck is Nolan. Ball outside. That's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. 5 runs across this inning. And it is 1-1. And there's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. Filled it cleanly. And that's 2 down. That moves Max to second. That'll bring in Nolan. Nolan lined out to center field. A hard shot, but he got an RBI out of it. Ball outside. That gets away from Beck, and that's going to allow Jude to go to third. It's a 1-0 count, 2 down. There's a line shot in the center field again. And center fielder makes the catch, and that'll do it for the inning. So, Diamond Athletics pick up 5 on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left. At the end of 2.5, it's Diamond Athletics 12, Canes 0. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, folks, we are back to live action here. Game number 3 between Diamond Athletics and Canes Panhandle, Canes Florida Panhandle. We do have a pitching and catching change. So Rush is now catching. Pitching now is Max for the Diamond Athletics. Coming up for the Canes is going to be Brady. He'll be followed by Connor and JC. See if we can get the bats going here for the Canes in this one. Oops, sorry about that, folks. Let me reset my scoreboard. I didn't do that. And ball 1 to Brady. Ball 2. So Max's first 2 pitches are balls. And foul ball. So it makes it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball up. That's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And that is ball 4. So Brady's on with the leadoff walk. It's the first walk issued by Diamond Athletics. That brings in Connor. JC on deck. Call strike on the inside corner. Throw over from Max to check Brady's back in time. Ball just off the plate, so it's 1-1. And the pitch. There goes Brady, and he's safe. So 1-2. Brady's at second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is 1 away. So 1 down. That brings in JC with Max on deck. So line shot, base hit into right field. That's going to score Brady as the throw comes in. He is safe, and it's now a 12-1 game with an RBI single by JC. And that brings in Max. Maddox on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Throw over to first. Braxton makes a nice snag. Makes the tag. JC is back in there. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So an 0-2 count on Max. Again, Maddox on deck. Call strike 3, and that is 2 outs. So 2 down. JC's at first. Maddox at the plate now. On deck is Carter, back to the top of the lineup. Ball outside. JC holds it first. And the pitch. Call strike 2. Oh, sorry. Strike 1. Sorry about that. First one was a ball. That's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. 1 run across for the Canes. Thanks to the RBI single by JC. Drove in Brady. It's 3-1. Brady led off with a walk, stole second, and scored on the single. And the pitch. Called strike 2. And that counts full. So more than likely, JC will be running on this pitch since the count is full and 2 outs. And he does not. Called strike 3, and that's the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 3 innings, it's Diamond Athletics 12, Canes 1. Coming up for the Diamond Athletics is back to the top of the order with Rush. He'll be followed by Kinsey and then Braxton. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. And just real quick before we go to break, so Braxton's still behind the plate. On the mound now is Nash. He will be taking over pitching duties when we come back. So apologies, folks. Back to live action. Rush steps in, top of the 4th inning, called strike. Again, Nash on the mound. There's a fly ball. Center field. Center fielder's under it. Makes the catch, and that is 1 away. That brings Kinsey in to the plate. Last time up, she singled and drove in 2 RBIs. Ball just a little bit up, and it's 1-0 to Kinsey. Nash looks in, gets his sign. Comes sat and delivers just off the plate. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th. It's a foul ball out of play. And it's 2-1. So line shot into left field. That's gone to the fence all the way. And actually, ground rule double by Kinsey. And to lead to one out double, ground rule double rather, by Kinsey. That was a shot down the left field line. And that'll bring in Braxton. Braxton's 1 for 2, singled and drove in an RBI and scored. There goes Kinsey. And she's safely into third base. Ball 1 to Braxton. Ground ball foul. It's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Elijah on deck. Elijah scored twice and doubled. Ball inside. It's 2-2. And now the count's full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nash gets a sign, sets, delivers, and that is ball 4. So runners at first and third. Braxton's more than likely going to go on this pitch. Elijah steps in, Grady on deck. And there goes Braxton as expected. Ball high. And runners on second and third. And the pitch. 2-0. And that makes it 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch. Pop foul right here. Backs under it. Oh, nearly makes the catch. The basket catch. It was a nice try by Beck. And it's 3-1. Elijah has new life after that one. Foul ball right back at us. And it's a full count again. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that is strike 3. So 2 down. Kinsey at third, Braxton at second. Grady steps in. Grady has single, drove in 2 RBI, scored twice, and walked. Ball outside. 1-0. Ball inside. That gets away. Here comes Kinsey. And she scores. That moves Braxton to third. It's ball 2. And it's a 13-1 lead. Ground ball. Back to Nash. Over to first. Not in time. That scores another one. Braxton scores. So an infield RBI single by Grady keeps the inning alive and puts up another run. John steps in. Clay on deck. John is 1 for 2, scored and singled. There goes Grady down to second. Ball just inside. Ball 2. And the pitch. That's a base hit into right field. That's going to get through. And here it comes. Grady. And it's now 15-1. It brings in Clay. Clay has reached on error twice, scored and drove in 2 RBIs on the error. Well, 2 RBIs. Well, I guess it wouldn't really be RBIs, but 2 runs scored on the error. Timeout called. Clay steps back in. Ball just off the plate. It's 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. And it's 2-0, and John takes second base. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. 3 runs across this inning. And the pitch. And now it is 2-1. Two and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. And John goes to third. That's a full count. Foul ball off the leg of Clay. And we'll do 3 and 2 again. So Nash looks in, gets his sign, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. Ground ball to first. Mishandled by the first baseman. It's going to be close. And he's safe. Another run scores. That puts Clay on. That brings in Jacob. Dalton on deck. Ball outside. Clay is safe at second base. Clay goes to third. It's 2 balls, no strikes. 3-0. And that's ball 4. So winners on first and third. Brings in Dalton. Clay at third, Jacob at first. Dalton steps in. Jacob's going to go on this pitch. Pretty sure. Call a balk. And it's going to score another run. So ball just a little bit inside. That Jacob goes to third on the pitch. It's a 1-0 count. Ball high, 2-0. Pop foul out of play right here behind us. 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The top of the 4th. Ball off the plate. 3-1. So line side in the right field. That's getting down for a hit. Another run scores. And RBI single for Dalton. He's got a couple RBIs today. So Nash checks the runner at first. Goes the runner, throw down. Called strike, and he's in there. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Dalton at second. Jude at the plate. Max on deck. Nash turns and throws to second base. Jude's back, or excuse me, Dalton's back in time. So Jude has singled twice, scored once. And the pitch. That's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ball 2. We are in the top of the 4th inning here at the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT game between the Canes and the Athletics. Another ball called. That moves Dalton to third. And the count remains 2-1. Another fine aerial vehicle taking off, as you can see. And the pitch. There's a line side in the left field. That's getting down for a hit. Another run scores. And the inning continues. And looks like we have a pitching change. Let's see who's coming in to take over pitching duties as Max will step in the batter's box. That's going to be Brady, actually, taking over. With that, let's take a quick break. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. All right, here we go, folks. As Brady will be stepping in to take over pitching duties. Max steps in the batter's box. And here's the first pitch. Ball high. Throw down by Beck, not in time. That moves Jude to second. There's a fly ball in the right field. Right fielder's coming in. Makes the catch on his knees. Nice catch out there. And that ends the inning. However, the Athletics pick up 7 runs on, let me count them up here real quick. 1, 2. 7 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and 1 left. At the end of 3.5, it's Athletics 19, Canes 1. Coming up for the Canes, who back to the top of the order with Carter, followed by Levi and Beck. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Before we go, though, let's please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you're first-time listeners or watchers, please do that. It helps our channel grow and to provide enhanced experience for you, the fans, and the players themselves. So, again, really appreciate you joining. On Facebook and YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. And we'll be back in just a few moments. All right, folks, we're back. Carter stepping in to the batter's box to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, thanks for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. Glad to have you aboard. Please check out our TikTok channel. There's a half-swing ground ball right down the line. And Carter's out. So one down. Check out our TikTok channel, our channel on Instagram and Twitter, or X as it's called now. It's a 1-0 count. So Max is still on the mound. Braxton is now the new catcher for Diamond Athletics. Ball outside. Two and 0. Ball in the dirt. 3-0. And a pitch. Ground ball foul. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And 3-1 pitch. Strike 2. Max gets the sign, delivers the payoff pitch. Foul ball. Levi hanging in there. Beck's on deck. Max gets a sign, winds up, delivers to Levi. Ball 4. So that'll bring him back. On deck is Nolan. And there goes Levi. Throw down by Braxton. Not going to be in time. Just a little bit up and over. Ball 1. And a pitch. It's a ground ball, third, fielded cleanly, over to first. And nice play by the first baseman to get that one. And that's 2 outs. So 2 down. That brings in Nolan. Brooke on deck. It's a half swing. Line shot into left field. That's going to get through for a hit. That's going to score Levi. And it's 19-2. That'll bring in Brooke. On deck is Nash. And looks like they're going to, let's see, you got, an overthrow. That's going to allow Nolan to go all the way to third base. They initially thought they had him in a rundown, but a miscue, and Nolan finds himself on third. So the Canes still have life here with 2 outs, bottom of 4. Ball in the dirt. That gets away from Braxton. Here comes Nolan, and it's a 19-3 game. So even though the Canes are down to the last out, they're battling it till the end. Ball just a little bit up. 2-0. There's that base hit in the left field by Brooke. And the Canes are in business still. Nash steps in. Brady on deck. Ball one. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Braxton. 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And nice stop by Braxton, but that makes it 3-0 and allows Brooke to go to second. Called strike. And it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nash at the plate. Brooke at second. 2 runs across on 2 hits. Or excuse me, 1 hit. And that's ball 4. Nash is on. So runners at first and second now. And coach goes out to talk to his pitcher. All right, here we go. Conference broken up at the mound. Back to live action here. Runners at first and second. Brady at the plate. Connor on deck. Brady walked and scored his first time up. Ball low, which coincidentally was last inning. And the 1-0 pitch, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs in. And the pitch, called strike. That's 2-1. And the pitch, called strike 2. So Brady's down to his last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on, 2 in. A lot of 2s. Deuce is wild. Here we go. Fly ball. Foul territory. First baseman's under it. Makes the catch over his head. Wow. What a catch. And that is the ball game. This is Doc, the USSA Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Really appreciate it. Another game coming up here in just a minute. It's going to be Dime Athletics and WFPA. So thank you so much for joining us here. Make sure you check out that game coming up next. This is Doc, the USSA Sports Network. We'll be back shortly.